Moving on to Chapter 3 of Mastering Meditation. This chapter is titled Polyvagal Theory Creates a Triune System, and it's essentially about your autonomic nervous system. And so he writes, you are not operating only in the sympathetic or the parasympathetic, but rather in a three-part system. A triune autonomic nervous system is being used to regulate all things within your bodily car. And so we have your dorsal vagal, sympathetic, and then ventral vagal. He has some photos for you there if you want to see what they look like. And so we'll go into each of those three really quick. First up is the ventral vagal complex. At the front of the body, you have the ventral vagal complex. All of the signals that take place in the gut will travel almost instantaneously into your face. Oh yeah, I skipped over that part. So it basically goes from like your gut into your face. So if you feel a little bit of fear in your gut, those signals will immediately be represented in your face. Others will see the fear in you and will know you have fear in your gut at that moment. If you ever notice that someone could read your mind, most of this comes from recognizing the subtle cues that take place in the face. Then we have the sympathetic system. Spreading throughout the entire body lies the sympathetic system, which is meant to keep everything on and working at the appropriate level. It stimulates the heart to beat, the lungs to breathe, and so on. You need this to take place in order to live, yet this poor system is radically abused in the hyper-modern world of continuous stimulation and worry. And then lastly, we got the dorsal vagal complex. Every night in deep and restful sleep, you enter this system and engage the freeze response. This freezes the body in place as you sleep, and also this being, a lucid dreaming channel primarily, this is part of what, when you're in REM and you're dreaming, ensures you stay frozen and paralyzed essentially so you don't go ahead and act out your dreams. The body uses the liberated energy reserves to begin to heal itself using the intelligence of the subconscious. And then lastly, we'll close it up with this, where he gives a example of like a young baby going through all of these systems. A mother places her resting baby in the crib and walks away to do some chores. When the baby wakes, he begins a soft, entreating cry expressed from the ventral vagal complex, the front channel of the body. When the mother does not at first respond, then the baby switches systems, entering the stimulating sympathetic system. The wail is now strong, insistent, and angry. When the mother still does not hear the plea of the child, he retreats into the dorsal vagal complex, the back channel in the body close to the spine. The cry is now a low and long wail as the baby preserves energy and begins to enter the dorsal vagal freeze. And we'll probably just wrap it up there. Next up, he's going to get into the yogi's view on this, and I'll read the kind of first sentence of that part. These three systems were also felt and named by the yogis hundreds of years ago as they investigated the body in meditation. They were then called the Ida, the Pingala, and the Sushumna. I think that's how you say it at least. So we'll hop into that next.